Welcome back. Of course, following the proceedings in Miami today, nearly half the country supports the indictment, but thinks it's a political game. A recent poll showing 48% say they think it was the right move, 35% saying they disagree with the indictment. About 17% said they're not sure. And joining us now to look at the legal aspects of this case is criminal defense attorney Whitney Boan. Whitney, great to see you. It's been a while since we had you in studio.
Yes, thanks for having me.
So when you look at cases, I mean, tough to predict what we're going to see, but from a legal aspect, will it be fairly simple what we see in the courtroom today?
Sure. I mean, this is a pretty straightforward proceeding. This is just the initial parts where, you know, the charges are formally announced to the defendant in court. He's going to enter a plea of not guilty would be my expectation, obviously. And then from here, it's going to go, I'm sure, just like any other federal criminal case where the judge sets deadlines, timelines for when things have to be done by both parties, and it'll move forward from there.
To say this is a high-profile case is an understatement, but he just got a brand new legal team. Can you put yourself in that attorney's shoes right now? You've been given this mountain of documents, and now you've got this case with the eyes of the world on. How do you handle something like that?
I've handled some larger cases, but this is a really large case. So, I mean, this is one where, as we say in the business, it shuts down your practice for all intents and purposes unless you've got a lot of people working for you, because it's going to take a lot of hands on deck to go through all of this. I'm sure the discovery in this case, which is what we call where it's all the documents that the government will give over for the defense to be able to review, to prepare for trial, is going to be voluminous. Like, I can't imagine.
We've not heard much from the defense team or former President Trump himself. He is actually going to speak tonight. So how concerning would that be if you're his attorney, that whatever he says tonight could be used against him? How cautious should he be?
If he was my client, I would advise him not to speak at all. That's typically the best path to take in these situations, because even if he doesn't say something that's per se incriminating, you know, it's an optics issue in terms of your words being open to debate or being able to be twisted against you. I think the best course of action is usually just to not say anything, even if you're innocent of the charges, which he is presumed innocent at this point, just like anybody else who's charged in a criminal case.
Give us a sense of a timeline. They move things quickly through Miami. This is a big case, but how quickly might this move?
Federal courts move quickly, and the judges, they run a tight ship. They keep deadlines. They have a criminal scheduling order. Every judge does, every district court judge, where, you know, there's a date for pretty much everything that you do as an attorney in a case when you're handling it, that if you don't do it by that date, you're going to have to explain to the court why you haven't. That being said, I would expect a large amount of pretrial litigation in terms of motions to dismiss being filed by the defense, you know, constitutional challenges, things of that issue. I don't know specifically what they might do, but I would certainly expect it. And so this may go on for a while.
You've seen about everything in the courtroom. Is there one thing you're watching for today, kind of it's piqued your interest to see how they respond?
I'm interested to see if the defense team speaks in terms of if they hold a press conference. I don't have any judgment one way or another. I'm just interested to see what that would be if they have something to say about this today. As far as in court, I think it'll be pretty routine. And, you know, there's no video cameras or photography in federal courtrooms.
Not even cell phones allowed to be used.
Right. So we're not going to see anything other than maybe some drawings and then hear some words about what happened there. But I expect it to be pretty straightforward in the courtroom. We got a little taste of it in New York, and we'll see that maybe ×2 today. Whitney, great to see you again, by the way. Great to see you.
Appreciate the insight.
Thanks for having me.
And again, we'll have coverage all day long as well, including the first